There you have it. I mean, we're talking about ending the war, but I'm sure maybe perhaps the defense industry is saying, no, that's my source of revenue. Don't end it. But I mean, the right thing has to be done, yeah. So I wonder what side Laddie is on. I know the cryptocurrency has been so unstable these days, but Laddie, I don't know if you want the war to end or not, because you're making money from the war, Laddie.
Crypto investors making money from the war. But remember one time, back then, risk assets were, rattled. And it did impact, the cryptocurrency market, too. But Bitcoin, gold, on the flip side,
gold is almost $3,000.
Almost $3,000, yeah. But digital gold, not doing as well. They really give a present, for Valentine to investors last week, just like the NGX
Well,
did.
the NGX did,
yes.
And it's still giving up till today. Hopefully, by the close of trade, Valentine will be over.
Right, yeah, but here it's the true color of Valentine.
Yeah, that's cheating, Laddie.
It's red.
That's cheating here.
Yeah, but Ethereum's holding up quite well. I might say 1.91%, $2,700 for Ethereum, while the whole market is quite red, and that's according to Coin 360. Let's look at the sentiment in the market. How are investors feeling? Are they greedy or are they fearful? Okay, neutral, 51 points, smack in the middle. They're just lukewarm at this point. They don't know which direction Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrencies are going. Let's look at the top headlines in the market. We're seeing trading volume that's dropped. There's a significant downturn, about 2.83% down, and Bitcoin's price that's been fluctuating between $96,000 and $51.97,672. So it's been trading within a range, reflecting ongoing volatility there, but Ethereum is not looking so bad right there in the market. Then we see Italy's central bank, they're targeting crypto regulation. That's the securities regulator in Italy. They're discussing ways to put in place, proper safeguards against financial and cybersecurity risk in the crypto service sector. According to the governor of the Bank of Italy, he pointed out these efforts during the 31st ASEAN Forex Congress in February just last week, stressing the need to manage risk tied to crypto assets such as money laundering and threats to financial stability. Then we also see the SEC in the U.S. They've agreed to halt fraud lawsuits against cryptocurrency mining company GEOSYN Mining and its executives. And definitely that might be pushed aside, for now, pending more investigation. All right, let's get a check on what's playing out with the market there, talking about some technical analysis. We have Element Danbell, the founder, SaveYou AI. Hello, Element. Great to have you. Happy New Year.
Oh, hey, Lottie. Thank you for having me as always.
Right. So, I know you look at the charts a lot, and you can tell us, about oversold, overbought regions at this point. But tell me, what is the crystal ball telling you now about direction? Because I'm sure investors are wondering, is it time to go long or go short in the market right now?
I think what we're seeing at the moment is a lot of turbulence. And whenever you have turbulence, I don't know if you're taking a long flight, and you experience moments of turbulence, the first thing you tend to do is secure yourself. So that's what we see people doing now. People are securing themselves, and hence why you are seeing a lot of liquidation in the crypto market. People are moving their capital towards more traditional safe havens like gold, like the Swiss franc, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, in the short term, you are seeing people, bracing for impact. And I think that impact in the short term could be more of a downside. So it does look like we could see Bitcoin in particular potentially fall. I wouldn't say greatly below 90K, but you could see it around 89.
Right, and this year, do you see investors still, pouring funds into gold? And if that happens, what does that tell us about 2025?
I think a lot of people were overly optimistic coming into 2025, and rightly so. Of course, we saw Trump win in November, and of course the markets were absolutely rallying on that result. And of course, in the months that followed, a lot of uncertainty, especially surrounding what's happening in Ukraine now, of course, Palestine and Israel. So there's a lot of geopolitical uncertainty, tariffs as well. So I think in terms of the markets, people again are moving back towards traditional safe havens, opposed to being optimistic with gold. Of course, last week as well, we saw David Sachs, the crypto czar, and AI czar actually in the US, coming out and saying they're hoping to have some regulation this year in terms of stable coins and how they should operate in the US. So there's still some optimistic sentiment in the market, but I think at the moment it's being overshadowed by everything else.
Right, and talking about AI, we can't go a day without talking about artificial intelligence. Now from the DeepSeek route of a few weeks ago. But what is AI really doing in the crypto industry? In your opinion, right now?
For the moment, you are seeing an increased amount of agents, AI agents, being used to deploy crypto tokens, pre-sales, ICOs, and this type of thing. But generally, on a personal, individual use case, I think people are and can use AI to a degree when it comes to analyzing potential opportunities. So I think it's more on that aspect. Of course, in the past, people have had trading bots, but I think the difference between bots and AI is with bots, you would have had to program the bots to a predetermined action. With AI, you have the ability to essentially have reinforcement learning as you go along. So I think people can use the AI to even criticize and critique their own portfolio and looking at new opportunities and things of that nature. So that's the main use case at the moment.
And do you see maybe AI reading the charts, better, at some point, giving really accurate direction on where price action might be going?
I think the difference between ourselves and AI is AI doesn't get tired. So AI has the ability to consistently look at the charts and trying to find nuance, whereas you and I may need a few espressos to have that level of concentration. So from that perspective, yes, but I think you can never discount the human element. So I think having AI with human in the loop to make, let's say, a final decision, or use the AI to give you a summary of what it believes is happening, and you take that bird's eye view and final decision. I think that would probably be a more suitable use case. Right,
and I can't get over some movies that I watch, about AI, and somehow AI gets self-aware and tries to take over the world. Do you have such fears?
Naturally, a lot of people, again, have been introduced to AI from that perspective. I think what you're seeing now, especially with Trump coming in and the team he's trying to assemble, David Sachs and a few of those guys coming from Silicon Valley, I think they do see the need for regulation. So I think the need for regulation, the need for human in the loop AI, opposed to AI essentially operating on its own accord. So as long as there's a human in the loop, I think that there has the ability to bring great benefit while lowering the security risks.
All right, we'll keep tracking to see how it grows. Thank you so much, Elman Dambo, founder, Savio AI. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so I guess don't be afraid. Maybe AI will not take over your portfolio, at some point, maybe take over all your assets, but maybe not.
I always say that, AI is a program that a human being, puts together. Right. So I don't know how AI will take over the world when you even need a human being to write up the program.
Right.
That will make the AI
But if AI gets self-aware, who knows?
All right, Laddie, thank you. So that's it on the program today. Thank you so much for beginning this week with us. Remember, Business Morning is back to being an hour, and we have loads of information for you that you can relate with. So you don't want to miss it. 10 a.m. tomorrow, and then I'll be back 1 p.m. But today, we'll see if the NGX will lose the Valentine color, hopefully.